Bookshelf. I'm Ariel Roshi. And today I'm going to be doing Magic Tree Owl's Christmas in Camelot. So Christmas in Camelot is basically when they go to Camelot because this invitation tells them to spend Christmas in Camelot. Turns out the invitation is signed with an M. Doesn't that mean M for Morgan? Nope. M for Merlin, the most powerful wizard of all times. Well, what happened is that Merlin turned into this magic knight, but Jack and Annie don't know that it's Merlin until the end of the story. So I'm just going to say that from the story at their point of view. They go to the castle, but then Morgan's like, oh no, I don't know who's something to know, but you're welcome to stay here. But I'm sorry, but there'll be no Christmas feast and anything because this powerful wizard came and he used magic to rob Camelot of all his joy. So then King Arthur banished all of the wizards and witches, but he let Morgan stay because she promised that she wouldn't use any magic. He's not a big fan of magic. Well, then what happens is that the Christmas night comes and then they asks Jack and Annie to find the water of memory and imagination. That water can help bring all the joy and kindness and friendship back to Camelot. So then they journey and find the thing. But then this really funny part is like when these bunch of dancers gives them this rhyme. It says they need 4 gifts. The first one's from him. The gift is a cloak. But when you put the hood on, you turn invisible. That's really creepy. Anyway, so then what happens is that, so they use the cloak, but then, boom, that guy, the Christmas knight, Merlin, transforms into a reindeer. But they don't know that the same Christmas night, the reindeer and Merlin are the same people. So then they find the reindeer, they go and find the water of memory and imagination. But when they bring it back, Jack accidentally drops the water of memory and imagination. He can't pour 1 drop on each person to let them unfreeze. But then something miracle happens. All the cracks in the floor, the water comes out through them and then forms this giant golden cloud. It's like literally raining on the people that are frozen because the Christmas night froze them because King Arthur didn't want Jack and Annie, which are very young, to go on the quest because he didn't want to lose anyone. So then everyone got unfrozen. But you don't know what happened in the quest, didn't you? You don't know the other 3 gifts. So that's why I'm leaving a few mysteries for you to read. And I would just say that the lesson of this book is that whenever there's joy, you need to find happiness. It's not just a bunch of materials and Christmas presents and that much. Real joy of Christmas is like happiness and being with your family and friends. That's like the real message of Christmas. Soccer on Sunday. The basic summary of this book is when Jack and Annie go to Mexico and they have tickets for the World Cup. So then they meet this guy named Roberto, and then Roberto helps them get to the World Cup. It's the World Cup in 1970. So then they have lots of fun at the game, but there's a little inconvenience. They're supposed to be Roberto wants to be in the front of the box because his family could only afford the ones at the top, and then at the top, the players look like ants. What they did was that they switched. Roberto got Jack's ticket, and then Jack switched with Roberto. So then the thing was that Annie and Roberto were supposed to be on the bottom for the top half, and then for the second half, Jack and Roberto are supposed to be on the bottom and Annie's supposed to be on the top. I'm not going to tell you who won though, because you might want to read the book to find that out. The absolute star of the game was Pele the Great, and he did absolutely amazing. What they did was they tried to go to the Magic Tree House because Jack and Annie needed to travel to the place where they got the Magic Tree House. But then it was all crowded because all the fans were mobbing everyone because they wanted all Pele the Great signature and other signatures, and they're crazy. So then what Jack and Annie and Roberto did was that they just went to Roberto's aunt's house, and then they had lots of fun there, but they did something which I'm not going to let you on. That's for you to read. And I enjoyed reading this book very, very much. The funny part of this book was when the author actually mentioned that when Jack came up, Jack thought the players looked like ants. So that's a really funny part. And I learned from this book that you have to have great enthusiasm about everything. Hurry up, Houdini. Who's Houdini? You don't know Houdini? Houdini is the greatest escape artist of all times. Do you know that, like, they literally, like, he has handcuffs on himself, handcuffs on his neck, and then he's like, the secret to escaping is, like, you need a hard work and practice. Like, they learned the secret of greatness in these Nolan missions. It's really, like, cool and, like, it's, like, creepy also, kind of. I don't know what to call it, but it's something you should know. Houdini doesn't come. Did he get stuck in something? Well, he is an escape artist. He can escape. He's just late, and then they like, hurry up, Houdini, hurry up, Houdini. The store manager, he's like, hurry up, Houdini, hurry up. He's like panicking because if Houdini doesn't come, then the fans are gonna start throwing food at the stage. They'll need to clean that all up. He won't get enough money. That's not the problems. Well, 1,000 problems. But thing is that I think that brings us to a lesson in this book. But the lesson is that you need a hard work always. If you want to be great at something, you need a hard work and practice. And you have to have like a meaning and purpose to do it. Magic Trial's Shadow of the Shark. The basic summary of this book is when Teddy, the young sorcerer, sends Jack and Annie on a vacation because they've done so many things, they deserve a break. And guess where they're going? To Mexico City! I love that place. And they're going to Mexico, but their dream vacation turns into a nightmare. It's not a dream, that's a nightmare. They just have fun. So then Teddy gives them 3 gold coins. Do you know what happens with the coin? They have to toss it in the air, they have to wish for having fun with something, and then it happens magically. So this comes to my funny part, kind of funny and kind of scary. So then when Jack and Annie run to a shark, that's the scary part, they take a coin, toss it, and wish to have fun escaping the shark. That's the funny part. Then they go and, so then there's also this little Maya, the ancient Mayan culture. But then, guess what? There's this travel's guide pamphlet, right? That pamphlet, when they click on it, when they like point it and say, I wish to go here or there, you know, the regular, then it happens, right? Well, there are different parts on this pamphlet. There's this one that shows ancient Mayan culture, a resort with spa and a bunch of things, but they accidentally point at the ancient Mayan thing, but then guess what? When they get to shore, they find out that they're in the ancient Mayan civilization. So then what do they do? Well, that's up to you to find out. And so I just want to tell you this really fun thing. They think that they're at this resort, so then they use their second coin to do something else. Do you know what they say? They said that they want $5,000 to spend on all this stuff. Why? Now you only have 1 coin left. 1 coin left. But then they're like, what could we possibly ask for on this amazing vacation? So, I mean, they have enough money. Ancient Mayan civilization doesn't use money. Nah. I enjoyed reading this book very much, and the basic lesson is that you should always have the courage to do anything, even have fun escaping a shark. Camp time in California. This is in the Magic Trio series. The basic summary is that Jack and Annie go and they get this rhyme from Merjan. So then the rhyme says, the trees are calling, hurry and go into the forest through sunshine and snow. Call yourself artist, draw what you see. Give help to others, give it for free. Before you go home, speak the truth to power. Help save the wilderness by Sunday noon's hour. So then they're like, Sunday noon's hour? How are we supposed to do that? How do they call themselves artists? Jack is horrible at drawing. They both get this sketchbook and this pen, but guess what? The pen is magic. It's a pencil more like. So then with the pencil, they can like draw anything, sketch anything real fast. And it's perfect. When they meet John of the Mountains and this guy named Teddy, guess what? Teddy is Theodore Roosevelt. So this whole time they've been camping with the President of the United States. But save the wilderness by Sunday noon's hour? What does that mean? Well, anyway, as they're traveling with Teddy, they also meet John of the Mountains. He knows everything. But then when they find out that they're artists, literally, when Jack tries to sketch the squirrel, he thinks it's just an ordinary squirrel. But then when he actually sees how good the drawing is, he's like, okay, this is no ordinary squirrel. This just looks unordinary now. You just need to draw it and look at the true inside of beauty. Nature has many beauties, and sometimes you just need to focus to look at it. That's basically what I learned from this book. You should always look closer and pay attention to nature. The important reason that you should pay attention to nature is because, like, when you see like an ordinary butterfly, you can capture it's not just an ordinary butterfly. When Annie just drew a butterfly, she tries to do it for practice, but that's the Alphine butterfly and the Douglas squirrel. That's really, really, really specific. So then, I just think it's important to pay attention to nature a lot because nature's beautiful, and nature has like a song. You know, the birds singing, the trees swishing. If you just concentrate, then you can hear it as a song. And I think that brings us to the end of this book.